stop it, please.
Oh, great!
Can I have your autograph, please?
Can I just quickly have everybody down before you go off and get changed? Something for us.
You know what I mean?
Danny that. Thank you.
I chose pantomime as the topic for my documentary for multiple reasons. It was something that I had had an interest or passion for, having been a member of BADCO for the last 8 years, which also provided me with a ready-made pool of potential interviewees as well as easy access to rehearsals and the production process. I chose a participatory mode of documentary because I felt the best, most informative way of finding out about pantomime was to really get the opinions straight from the people involved in the pantomime, rather than just show rehearsals and clips from pantomimes which wouldn't really have fully explained what makes pantomime so special. I was also inspired by the documentaries Page 1 Inside the New York Times and The Resurrection of Jake the Snake, in which a lot of the key information and opinions came from the interviewees involved in the subject, and that the images alone didn't always fully get across on screen. When it came to panning, I first made sure to get consent from all the people working on the pantomime, even the backstage crew, so that I could freely film without any ethical or legal problems. This was achieved through a video of them all consenting, emails from parents, as a large number were under 16, and consent forms for the interviewees. I also made sure to repeatedly confer and check with the pantomime's director, Mrs. Angela Walker, so that the filming had no serious impact on the rehearsals. In terms of the structure of the documentary, the plan was essentially for it to be focused and precise, so that it didn't feel all over the place and messy. I chose my interviewees based on the experience, age and gender, so as to convey the diversity found in pantomime groups, and hopefully get a more varied range of opinions and ideas. I chose not to appear on camera myself, as I didn't consider I to be a particularly interesting subject to interview, and wanted to keep the audience's focus on the interviewees themselves and not be distracted by my unnecessary appearance on the screen. Furthermore, the positions of the people on the camera, with the help of the 9-square feature, were also chosen so as to avoid potential background distractions, while maintaining a nice sense of familiarity and connection between the subjects, something that I've seen in many talking head interviews from documentaries by the WWE or the World Wrestling Entertainment. Additionally, I thought it would be fairer to also feature opinions from regular pantomime goers as well, so that it wouldn't be just limited to the nucleus of pantomime members, which is why I chose the Crofts, as they have been going to pantomimes for decades. I would also like to have received some input from someone from the local paper, but unfortunately the D-side paper had some serious understaffing issues, which would have made it impossible to gain an interview. I've always been a fan of structure and focus, so as to avoid any pointless waffling and needless information, which is why I approached this documentary in the sort of workman style the way I did, making sure that everything was right to the point, especially when limited to a reasonably short 15 minutes. I'm happy that I've achieved that, but perhaps I could have been a bit more varied and creative, so it wasn't so repetitive and stiff. Something for me to remember the next time I might make a documentary.